Correct. After dark. Crossroads Sports after dark.
All right, Crossroads Sports, episode 376. I'm your host, Brandon Reef. Joined as always by co-host JB, Jonathan Birdsong. 24 hours ago, I saw you, JB. How are you?
Man, I'm just fine, man. It seems like it's turned to a real worldwide network that we have here, man. It's Sunday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. And shoot, if something, surprise happens, me and Brandon Reef will go live and kind of talk about it. So but like no man, having a pretty good week so far. Not necessarily in the sports betting. We'll get to that a little bit later, right? Not necessarily in the sports betting world, in college football. But like no man, ready to talk some good sports. We like last couple of weeks, man, I've been kind of highlighting, hey, we're in the middle, we're in the, peer sports a time of the year, right? All the MLB folks have kind of gotten all their awards or whatnot. We NBA, some teams are already playing for lottery picks, and we are hot and heavy and probably in some NFL division races, man. So and of course college football as well, man. So we could go spin the wheel anywhere you want to. There's college basketball out there as well. As they've been tipping them up, and we've been Brandon Reef himself has been boots on the streets. Between we've been at Hinkle, we've been at Purdue. We've been where's we been? Shame on us.
Jungle?
But yeah, the jungle's coming up. Jungle's coming up. But like, nah, man, where you want to start at tonight?
Colts were on a bye week. NFL wise, I guess we can recap a little, put a bow on the Colts. Bye week for the Colts. They got a big one now coming out facing a desperate Kansas City Chiefs team this Sunday in Arrowhead, Invoke Arrowhead. And I'm curious to see. And I think the biggest topic during the bye week was Daniel Jones, the contract that we kind of talked about last week, what he would be kind of looking towards. And I got to thinking, John, that as much as that's your priority, you got to be careful how much you can offer because Alec Pierce is going to be asking for a decent amount. I think deserves a pretty good contract this off season from the Colts.
As well, right?
And here's secondly, has your man Michael Pittman Jr. has he earned that $28 million salary that he's making next year? $28 million, and he's the third highest Colt. Has he played for it?
What Brandon Reese is saying that have the Colts beat somebody. That's how I kind of look at it, have the Colts beat somebody in this short term of success that we've seen. And again, I told him there's no, remember I said weeks ago there's no reason the Colts shouldn't win 10 games, and here lo and behold we are on the precipice of kind of winning 10 games. So it's gonna be a tough go in Kansas City, man. Kansas City coming off 2 losses, and the Colts don't necessarily have all their gunslingers. So,
Mm-hmm.
but the Colts coming off a bye, they definitely should feel good about that. Any nagging injuries, and got a little bit extra heal them up. In the bye week. But again, you're looking at, like Brandon said, a desperate Kansas City Chiefs team, man, that is looking like a wild card team right now. Even if they beat the Colts, they still look like a wild card team. So if you're the Colts, I think the Chiefs got the Cowboys after the Colts. I think their road gets a little bit easier, but if you're the Colts, man, you want to make it as hard as humanly possible
Right.
And and if you're Daniel Jones, you definitely want to kind of hustle some of these naysayers to say you don't deserve a 33 to upwards $1 million per year contract.
Yeah.
By beating the Chiefs, by beating even if the Chiefs is lowly, then not they can't cross all they they don't necessarily. Chiefs all last year won all these games by 1 point, no problem. Now
Right.
it's the other way around. But like beating the Chiefs is a something on your resume.
Okay. Okay. You kind of went without um answering the question earlier
I,
was about Michael Pittman. So I'm going to ask the question again. Michael Pittman, 20 some $1 million, third highest paid Colts player. Is it
well,
worth it next year when you got to pay Alec Pierce and Daniel
we got to
Jones?
pay fair. They probably looking at a restructure, maybe. You also know Daniel Jones. They can also put a franchise tag on him as well if it comes down to that, where we can't necessarily figure out an exact number, and the market doesn't, the field doesn't necessarily want Daniel Jones either. I mean, I'm not saying somebody might want Daniel Jones to come, but like saying
$29
to
million
get
cap hit, what it comes out to.
well, Brandon, remember this, man. A winning cures kind of everything. So go in there, take care of business with the Chiefs. Then you get back into division play, sew up your division. I know easier said than done, but it ain't like the Texas is blowing everybody's doors off. And Jacksonville still with a Jekyll Hyde team. They sometimes win, sometimes they look like the Browns. Sometimes sometimes they look like they need a
I
quarterback change
think,
to
John,
run
you can
for.
look to trade you next year in the offseason. He's only got 1 year left on his deal. Somebody will take that contract and you can get another draft pick. You can get, because let's be honest, and you've been on his ass just as much as anybody.
He showed
His
more improved this year, but yeah, he ain't.
he,
If as
he
far as wide
wide
outs getting in the end
receiver.
zone, he ain't it.
Yeah, he's
As
got
far as wide
and
receivers getting in the end zone, he ain't it. But
so
he's a
far
tough
he's got
dude.
54 catches. 54 catches, 580 yards, and 6 touchdowns. This is the most touchdowns he's had in his career since
Yep,
2021 when he had 6 as well through 17 games. Um, he's played
you can say
84% of
quarterback.
the snaps,
Yep,
but he's only had 2 1,000-yard careers in his career
man,
as
don't
a
try
Colt
it, man. Don't be
in his
trying to make.
6
Where is
years.
he gonna go, Brandon? If he gets here, don't be trying to make that dude the Pittsburgh Steeler, man. I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do, Brandon. You try to get him
I
up there to be Pittsburgh Steelers so that they can draft Club Nick and they can kind of,
Ooh,
get themselves
no.
back on, get
Speaking of
themselves back.
Steelers, Aaron Rodgers is going to try to play with a broken or fractured wrist, non-throwing hand.
How
Rodgers
many
against
times
the
he get
Bears.
sacked?
You know he's chomping at that bit.
Yeah, y'all better stop trying to put dirt on Mike Tomlin's name. I don't. It doesn't matter. Mason Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Doesn't matter. Get up
What do you
there,
think of the
play
spitting?
quarterback. They
Everybody's
got it.
spitting
Like
these days.
why are you get? I ain't never been that mad at somebody. I ain't never been that mad at somebody I wouldn't spit on, man, for real. Even, what I'm saying, Lieutenant Governor. Sorry. I'm sorry, Brandon. I'm sorry. But like, man, I ain't never been that mad at nobody wants to spit on, man. That's crazy. You spit on me, dude, it is going to be a whole lot. You ain't gotta worry about the NFL. You ain't gotta worry about the NFL and a fine. You spit on me, dude, I will see you. You'll be like one of them Rasheed Wallaces. I see you after the, on the bus. What's going on? Charles Oakley. What's going, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? Spit on spit?
Okay.
Come on, man. It's deep.
Deep state. Shador Sanders. Thoughts on the first game, and he's going to get the start this Sunday against the Raiders.
Right. His first game was mop water anyway. He probably was shocked. You know what I'm saying? He probably was shocked. Probably was looking at his arm anyway, trying to see what time it was. Shadur, okay. I think he's got to start for this Sunday. You'll see a better, but the Browns they're probably gonna part ways in the offseason. Um, that experiment is him. He wants to be more than just and the NFL probably is going to teach him that part too, man. Even if another team does take you and you want to be said rock star, you know what I'm saying? Rock stars will in the NFL kind of burn out. That kind of plays well in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of float your little way, your talent or whatnot, but rock stars, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got an offensive line, you ain't got the some connectivity or like what's going on in the game, man. Rockstar, you'll be a short term quarterback in this league, man. So I do. I always wish Shador Sanders well. I thought he got railroaded. You know what I'm saying? Blackballed as it pertained to the draft. What I evaluated, and somebody who you don't know about, I know more about football than evaluation. Most folks who watch the show than forgot. So, but like no man, I
Hmm.
thought he deserved to be
Shot at
a little
somebody.
bit, a little bit higher than obviously what he was drafted. But we'd be kind of beyond that. What he needs to do, and you know what I'm saying, as he is in the Browns uniform, put the best tape out there. Put the best tape out there, and sometimes Stefanski sounds like he knows he's on his way out. So,
Hmm.
put the best tape out there. You know what I'm saying? Try to get a win. I don't foresee them bulldozing their way to any 2 or 3 more wins in the division at all. So, but like I said, he just needs to put the best tape out there, and like I said, next year you'll be playing with another team.
Um, College football, as we get Tanner on here in about 15 minutes or so. I had earlier this week, and I've been so busy with work on my own that the secret hiring and press conference that we've had with James Franklin at Virginia Tech has happened, and I think it was one of the quietest things that I've heard this week. Came out to a ruckus, maybe 50 people in the entire gymnasium. I think I saw on the
Mm-hmm.
video. Um, but I, the big question I have for you, and this news came out probably about, well, it was this morning, but it popped through my wavelengths about 40 minutes ago. And I know you've been having busy days, but last week we talked about USC and Michigan. Um, they're a little hesitant on the $1 billion capital investment
Mm-hmm.
to receive for the Big Ten. That's going to kind of go out to everybody, right? They're a little hesitant on that, on the vote that they're saying would come out of that. And we've talked about how the Big Ten, the SEC, two juggernauts, whatnot. Well, as of today, John, I don't know if you've seen the news. There is a report. Um, Jordan Aker through the Detroit Free Press, and you're going to follow your seat. They said that the Wolverines would consider going independent and leave the Big Ten when the current media rights deal ends in 2036 if the Big Ten agrees to receive a private capital investment without unanimous approval, that they would walk and go independent.
That's a big switch. That's a big swing, Michigan. That's a big swing, Michigan. And hey, like I told folks a couple weeks ago, man. Some of these brands can do that because you already have networks believe in your brand. They know you can pack them in. The big house packs them in from a ticket sales.
Uh-huh.
Michigan can make Michigan if they wanted to. I don't think they will. I think this is a bluff, but they're going to see, you know what I'm saying, if Ohio State kind of joins them. Because if you got Ohio State and Michigan, you know what I'm saying, together, you know what I'm saying, at the table, like that's the power right there as far as the Big Ten is
Right.
concerned. Um, but like no man, but if you know what I'm saying, the powers be should also understand that Michigan can actually do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So could Ohio State. So could Texas. You
Yep.
know what I mean? They could pull off that. Hey man, we don't want to be a part of a conference and kind of make up their own schedule. And teams would play them. Big 12 teams would play them. SEC teams would play them. ACC they definitely would play them because they know this money and prestige. They kind of prepare you get into the college football playoff, man. Absolutely, man. So
Hmm.
the $2 billion. That's rather interesting, man. Because you are, if anybody knows how media rights work, that would mean that whoever kind of holds this over the Big Ten, you have control of where they play, who they play, and how many, you know what I'm saying, and how they play. Unfortunately,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying. So if they say they want Michigan and Oregon and playing in Las Vegas, and you know what I'm saying, atypically y'all play, you know what I'm saying, y'all do a home and home. Like that's a problem for a lot of people. That's a problem for a lot of people, boosters and you know what I'm saying, fans and chancellors and all that. So I'm not for all the chaos. I'm for, you know what I'm saying, tradition. I'm for, you know what I'm saying, everybody, I'm for tradition. You know what I'm saying? Michigan ripping out, you know what I'm saying, that'd be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Automatically
Right.
there would be a spot inherit, you know what I'm saying, that would fill a void. But that sounds like a big bluff. But you know what I'm saying? The powers that be better take it seriously.
Bama lost, fell in the college football rankings that came out last night. Georgia
Sorry.
rises up to that number 4 spot now. So two Big Tens, two SEC. Um, and you got Ole Miss, I think, sitting at 6, I think I saw. So
Yeah,
Lane Train, with the controversy that Ole Miss basically is giving him an ultimatum. They want an answer by this weekend. And it's a report that Kiffin's family was visiting Gainesville on Sunday. And then on Monday, they were down in Baton Rouge. And Ole Miss people want to know what's going on. And Lane says this is all false. Hey, we're bluffing, baby. We are bluffing.
this Oxford, you know your basketball team ain't worth the dollar. Just
Mm,
go on here, shift some that $2 million over, maybe, you know what I'm saying, and give it, you know what I'm saying, find $4 million for Lane Train somehow so that, you know what I'm saying, you can kind of just I don't foresee LSU, especially with what the governor said.
yeah, I think
Like
he'd rather go to Florida.
so it's not like if me and you went down there and you know what I'm saying, everybody's on a 4 year timeline with the LSU. So if you can't turn it over in 4 years, they're gonna fire you. But you know,
I would go to Florida.
so good
And
luck.
he's got
Good luck.
ties when he coached down there at Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, but like man, 10 win seasons, you know what I'm saying, back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? He broke some hearts versus IU in the Papa John's Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Had the former coach going out there, you know what I'm saying, yelling and yelling, and you know what I'm saying, he's still yelling. And when they fired him. But I I think Ole Miss finds some more money and he stays.
If he ends up going to Florida within 6, 7 years, he wins a title.
Oh, you just talking irrational now.
Just saying. Lane Train may have it. Sark
You might
said
have
he's
it.
not leaving Texas. We're bluffed it again. No NFL for him. Um, we'll see what happens. Here's my question for you. When it comes to rankings, does games that you play week 1, week 0, week 2, does those results even matter when you get to your rankings? Because all I'm hearing is a lot of Miami Hurricane fans upset because they are 13th at 8-2. Notre Dame is
Yeah.
ninth at 8-2, and Miami's like, "Hey, y'all, we beat them." But as the committee said last night, Notre Dame's 2 losses were to teams within the top 13, while Miami has one of their losses to a team that's outside of the top 25 ranks.
Right. And technically Notre Dame can say they beat USC.
So does head to head
Technically
not matter?
of course it does, but you know you can't lose to no chumps. You can't lose to no chumps. If we had discussed it last week. If Notre Dame lost to Pitt, regardless of what Pitt's coach was talking about, if Notre Dame had lost to Pitt, they've been out of the conversation of any type of playoff as far as college football is concerned. So head to head doesn't matter, man. But Miami has laid some eggs. You know what I'm saying? Some big ostrich eggs, matter of fact.
Yeah.
And and I get it. Y'all beat Notre Dame early on in the season. Um, but you know what I'm saying, some of the other losses are brutal. The SMU loss is brutal. Don't like, how can they say that with a straight face?
I mean, let's
That's brutal.
SMU's not they're not terrible.
They had SMU like they did not watch the TCU tape. Did they not watch the tape? That's I mean that was
Um,
I don't know.
you're still upset with Vanderbilt coming in at 14?
Nah. I mean that's one is the AP poll, the other is the playoff poll. The playoff poll has a little bit more Big 12 respect on it, man. I think Arizona State is 24th. I think that's a media. I still think that's a media darling award that they gave them. But like, no, I'm not too mad or upset with the current CFP playoff picture. Um,
Okay.
nothing against Vandy is a very good story. There's some besides Davio Pega, the quarterback. There's some other good stories on their defensive line. The guys who probably got a fringe chance of making it on the next level, but definitely are taking making the most of their time playing at Vanderbilt. Out there, a lot of grad students, you know, what I'm saying on that Vanderbilt line. I chime up with D-Cot and say they're another name for Northwestern, man. And like you know, saying sometimes you know, so Northwestern gets a little hot and they win these games, man. So it would take. I think they play Tennessee and I don't know who else Vanderbilt has the last 2 games. I know Tennessee's one of them. I
Mhm.
think Kentucky. They play Tennessee, Kentucky. If they the quarterback has to play clean to continue his Heisman. He'll be in the Heisman room so long as they win those 2 games. But if they beat Tennessee, man, then they might actually have a little bit of a argument as far as the playoff picture is concerned.
Um, we got to give our update like we always like to give. Southern University Jaguars 1-10, 9 straight losses. 0-7 in the conference. Southern. Um, and they lost 35-30 to Texas Southern. Now they're getting ready to play your boys Grambling. Grambling's 4-3, 7-4. I mean, I don't know if Reggie needs to go down there and have a conversation with somebody or whatnot, but it's
He'll get his money back.
Southern is just not doing it. Mm-mm. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So Reggie
He got
Sykes, my heart goes out to you.
he got his back.
Um, are you ready to? I mean, Butler Bulldogs. Hey, I'm looking at them, 5-6 in the league, not doing the greatest. Ball State. We look at
Tough
the
one at
stuff
home.
from last week, my man. We had a rough week. All of us were 5-6. If I can get the window open. Here we go. So 5-6 last week. John, you're 60, 58-4, 2 games above 500. Tanner's
I
at
think
63, 55-4. Nice little lead. And I'm 57-61, all of us 5-6. Nobody gained any ground last week.
it's all good, man.
Some of your
Pressure,
killers, Ball
pressure
State killed all three of us. The
at
Indiana
home too.
Hoosiers killed all three of us.
With a Davidson cover,
Cincinnati killed us.
they lost.
USC killed you guys. I had Iowa, so
They didn't cover.
I'm sure they did. And then I had Alabama covering. That didn't happen. And then you had Ole Miss covering, which I had Florida. And then we all had
Yep,
Georgia, and then TCU just didn't even show up.
it's over.
Your boy
Sonny
Sonny
Dykes.
Dykes.
He's my boy though, but it's over.
It's over. It's over.
Pizza Hut
All right,
drove
let's
here we
go
go.
to Pick'em. Tanner
I'm
joins
going
us
9-0.
here.
I'm going
We'll
9-0
get
this
him
week,
in.
baby.
First game, I know we only got a small card this week, and then the big boy card is next week. And I'm looking forward to that card. That's rivalry week. That's when all the big runs. I'm excited to see that Indiana minus 58 probably against Purdue. That line come out, unfortunately. Ball State at Toledo. The Toledo Rockets minus 27.5, John. 4 touchdown favorites almost.
There's no
What
way
do
I
you
can
like?
take Ball State. Unfortunately, man, there's no way I can take Ball State, man. What I seen from that offense out of them, um, defense still rock solid as far as Max is concerned, but the offense doesn't necessarily give them any chance to win. They can't throw the ball down the field. That's frustrating. So now give me Toledo and the points.
I'm taking Toledo and giving up the points, the 28. I'll give you 27.5. They'll still find a way to uh, win that ball game. Number 22, Pitt at number 16, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech 2.5 point favorites at home.
Slippery, they all slipped on the pill banana last time out, man. They needed a
Yep.
Herculean effort to kind of stay undefeated. I think they stay undefeated going into playing Georgia. So give me Georgia Tech.
I'm taking Georgia Tech as well. I think they right the ship in this game at home. But Tanner, I'm gonna go ahead and predict Tanner's gonna pick this game and say this is the look ahead game, and Pittsburgh gets them on the look ahead to Georgia. That's what
Give
he'll
me
end up
that.
saying.
Give me that.
Number 23, Tennessee, 4 point favorites at Florida.
Mm. Florida's been doing some work for y'all, man. The last time's out, man. Watch me take them and they get blown out. Give me Florida.
Florida for John. I'm gonna take Tennessee. I think Heupel and them. This is a good rivalry game. They got to get this
Mhm.
one. Kind of keep their season afloat a little bit. So give me
Absolutely.
Tennessee covering against Florida. Number 20, Louisville at SMU. SMU minus 2.5.
Man, Brown. Like I don't know what happened, dude. He got to get it back. He got to get it back on the rails, for sure, man. I
Is it
don't like.
possible?
I don't like it going into SMU though. This late in the season, man. This is a tough game. Um, I don't like going against the family, so I'm not going to. Brand. I say gets it done. They go on the road and take care of business, man. Give me Louisville.
Okay, John's gonna take Louisville.
I'm done with. I'm not
Um,
going with the family.
I'm gonna go SMU minus 2.5. Win by 3. Cover. Give me SMU.
They beating better
Probably the
teams this
big
year.
one. The big game. Number 17 USC, former Pac-12 game. Number 17 USC at number 8 Oregon. Oregon 9.5 point favorites at home. Disrespect to USC? Question mark.
Dan Lanning got. Oh man, he needs this. I mean, he's not desperate, but they lose this game. They kind of fall next to Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Who Alabama's got a game, but it's a bye game this week. So you have to win this game to stay out of the weeds of 11 and 12. So give me Oregon.
John's taking Oregon. I'm gonna take.
Big
Give me
pause.
Oregon. Ah, man, I kept thinking. I thought
You
USC
got
might
to
be able to
crank.
keep it close, man. That's the thing. I just think they could keep it close.
Yeah,
Oregon's defense is not the greatest. We've seen that.
he gets some. He gets some waking up, man. What you got? Do your science, man. What time is the game? You got California boys coming up north.
Let me get the microphone up down. Mike, is that what it is, John?
Get the Farmer's Almanac out too, man. Find out which way the wind is blowing.
Let me take a look for you.
That messes
All
up
right.
the
It is a
dog projection.
3:30 game. So 12:30 high noon game in Oregon. It's going to be 48 degrees and cloudy.
You know, dude, you better go Oregon, man. You already know.
Yeah, I'm going
It's
to go
duck
Oregon.
season.
UFC don't like playing in the cold, man.
Duck
They don't like
season.
playing in the cold.
Mm-mm.
Duck sauce,
You
as
better go
John
Oregon.
would say. Uh,
Yep.
um, okay, I got to find my. Give me a second here, John. I got to find my thing. All right. Number 12, BYU at number 25, Cincinnati. Cincinnati, 2.5 point favorites.
Really? They must know something we don't, Brandon. They must know something we don't, man.
This is the cheese, the slice of cheese.
Cincinnati has come out looking flat, man. They was looking like they got some weapons out there. And last time I went against them, they show improved. They beat one of them. They beat one of them Iowa State's or Kansas State's teams they wasn't supposed to beat. Man, BYU can. They like to rush it, the rush game on you. So I'm thinking, you know, what I'm saying, folks are thinking that BYU's defense is going to hold. So I'm going to say since BYU's probably going to win, but I'm going to say Cincinnati cover.
Damn, I was gonna be able to get one on you there and take Cincinnati myself, but I'm on Cincinnati. I'm not gonna take the cheese and take BYU, not a chance. Missouri at number 11. Or sorry, not number 11 anymore. Number 8, Oklahoma. Oklahoma
Wow.
7.5 point favorites.
From the ashes, John Mateer. Give me Oklahoma and the Sooners. Defense
Give
is
me
going to be
Boomer
well.
Sooner as well. You can play the John or the you can play the Jim Ross fight song all the way through. Da, 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 na, 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 na. Just play all
Scola
the way
Brea
through. And then the last one, Syracuse at number 9, Notre Dame. Notre Dame Irish, 35.5 point favorites.
We're going to put them out their misery, man. Give me the Irish. There's no way
Give me
I'm going to.
Syracuse. Notre Dame
No,
doesn't
you
blow
don't.
people out. They don't, man.
Don't do that.
I'm taking them. They don't blow people out.
They got to get Love's touchdowns up, man. He gets at
Okay,
least
they can do that, but they
three.
don't blow people out.
You're going to blow him out. He's going to at least get
So,
3 touchdowns.
well, cover 35.5. That's all I'm asking. So, there's our
Okay.
picks. We'll get Tanner's picks another time. This week we'll put him up on the board. I didn't get a response from him today, so that's why I didn't think he'd be joining us here. So let
Oh, so
me
good.
unshare the screen. Last couple things I have, John. NBA wise, Pacers 1-12. They're actually winning right now against the Charlotte Hornets, surprisingly, but
Okay.
1-12. It's time to pack it in. I think. Let's talk lottery. It's time for them to start thinking lottery, right?
Absolutely. They'll be in the if they don't win any more games, they'll be in the lottery. It's good to see Mather and TJ McConnell get it out there. Uh, and like that, with that kind of comes balance. But he, like I said, it's frustrating to kind of see Jarris Walker still play like a role player when, you know, so now
Mhm.
you have nothing but opportunity to play and to score, um,
Right.
like a starter. So I don't necessarily know what the plan was for him, kind of coming in with Miles, and they played a little bit different kind of games. But you know, what I'm saying 6'9" and 6'8" is 6'8". Like, hey, dude, the team does has a donut hole in the middle. The team has a donut hole in the middle,
Swiss
and
cheese.
if I looked at the statistics or analytics, they're probably, you know, what I'm saying bottom of the bottom five in rebounding, man. So you know,
Right.
we all everybody the expectation is somebody got to get the rebound, man. So um that's usually falls on the forwards, right? You know what I mean? Historically, when you think about
Uh-huh.
basketball, man. So the Jarris Walker experiment, it's not over. You know what I'm saying? We just kind of need to see more of it, and you know what I'm saying, what we kind of saw with expectations.
I think it's over, John.
That man's a lot. That man was a lottery pick. You know what I'm saying? Out of University of Utah. So
Yeah, but
you
he's
know,
had his chance, man, and he hasn't flourished in it. He hasn't.
time and
So,
opportunity will tell. But I don't think the Pacers make a move probably to not maybe this summer maybe. But they got to
okay.
find some type of center help. You would think. Because Huff ain't getting it. He's huffing out there.
All right. Bennedict Mather just hit a three. He's got 16. Pacers are up 70-54 at halftime on the Hornets.
Do that
So
thing.
look out. Get the parade ready. Get the parade ready. LeBron returned last night.
Yep.
Had an overall kind of good game, all around game, not shooting game, but passing, rebounding, assist. Thoughts on Lakers as the king comes back?
They're gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, aggravate him as much as they can as far as with the offense. I did LeBron James ain't gonna be averaging 11 points, you know what I'm saying, the rest of this year. But he doesn't. He also no. I don't think he's just selfish enough. I'm saying all athletes are selfish in some way or form. He isn't selfish enough to see that they have real opportunity to at least advance in the playoffs and at least win a whole lot of games this year and it means make a whole lot of noise. So can he add to that and not mess it up? I think that's where they kind of move a little bit slowly into and integrating him into the team.
College basketball, Indiana Hoosiers. They've got Linwood, I think, here tonight or tomorrow night, and
Lindenwood, are you serious?
Lindenwood or whatever.
Some
Yeah,
school out of Tennessee, maybe Kentucky, somewhere.
Lyndhurst Avenue. I think they're playing a kid, the team from Lyndhurst.
Damn, couldn't find a big, couldn't find a big real opponent. Chicago State wasn't available. Come on,
Purdue
man, Loyola.
Boilermakers taking on Memphis. Penny Hardaway and the crew tomorrow night in the Belmar tournament. Thoughts on that?
Hey man, y'all know Purdue don't shade nobody. They don't duck and hide from no teams, man. Played a couple nights ago, last year's MAC champions. You know what I'm saying, at home in Arizona. A couple nights before that, went down to Alabama. You know what I'm saying, who's a perennial
Mm.
top 10 team, and took care of business with a victory in Alabama. So you know, playing against a high profile, playing against a high profile team like Memphis, coached by Penny Hardaway. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see you know what I'm saying, first a great game of basketball. But again, Memphis is if you read the press, you know what I'm saying, top two in their conference, man. So, you know, Purdue, that's the good thing about college basketball, where there's really no question marks, kind of like, you know what I'm saying, going into the you know what I'm saying, how they determine who goes in the tournament, whether it's 64 teams, 68 teams, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Teams like Kansas, even though Kansas took a loss, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but teams like Kansas, Purdue, North Carolina, Arizona, you know what I'm saying? They don't duck nobody. They play high level teams every year, even, you know what I'm saying, even at some of the expense of their one loss season, you know what I'm saying, season. So, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, selfishly, you always want to see Kansas play Duke sometime later on in the tournament. No, they played, you know what I'm saying, last night, man. So but like
Yeah,
no,
Champions Classic.
yeah, so but like no man, nobody that and like I said, when it comes down to saying who deserves to go into the tournament, man, why could you deny Kansas? I get it, they lost to North Carolina, I get it, they lost to Duke, but like you know, Kansas once they get back in the Big 12 play, it's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Kentucky. So um I don't Purdue's just right now on the winning side of like you know what I'm saying, their schedule right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's probably gonna get tough, man. You know Illinois is coming and Michigan State looks real
Yeah,
kind of scary.
we got a couple
You
big
know,
games tonight in college basketball with it. And shout out Coach Brantley as well. Got to talk to him before the game, and
that's what's up.
he's ready to come back on the pod. He's ready to see us at the Indy Classic, so we'll see him then. Yeah, a couple games tonight. Right now, you got halftime, 2-point game. Number 4 Arizona, number 3 UConn. UConn down by 2 to Arizona,
Oh man,
and then
is Danny
the
Hurley
one,
melting away? Is he melted already, man? He be having meltdown. I
and
just
then at
want us to
9 o'clock
play the
we've
way we
got a
play. I'm
game.
like, dude, you don't have. Go ahead.
No, I'll say at 9 o'clock we got a game. Alabama on the road up to United Center, taking on Illinois. So that'll be kind of true test, see kind of what Illinois is like in this one. So. Anything else, John, before we go, besides Kentucky getting blasted by Michigan State?
Nah, I'm not gonna cry for them, man. Nah, everybody, tap into the Crossroads Sports Network, and I got how you know what I'm saying. It is what it is at this point, man. We had a great show with the Cross
I got
Time
breaking
podcast.
news.
Oh, ding dong, ding dong. Who you got?
Uh,
Somebody got traded. Anthony Davis got
Curly
traded.
has already thrown his glasses. He's threw his
Stop.
glasses already.
Get out of that. But like now, man, tap into the Crossroads. That's a tongue twister now. Tap into the Crossroads Sports universe, man. Whether it's our Sunday night show with the homie Decot, whether it's, definitely for sure check out the interview we did with the homie newfound friend Kellen Dunman
Yeah.
last night from Butler, man. That's another classic that we put out there. But like, nah, man. Other than that, I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving coming up. Keep on, get prepared, man. Don't wait, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I hope everybody, you know what I'm saying, as we get going to the next week, I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we'll either do a show next Tuesday or Wednesday. Not sure yet which.
That's
Might
good.
be Tuesday. We got some stuff to. John's got pie making. I've got a turkey to start working on next week. So maybe Tuesday night show.
Sounds good. It'll be off the cuff. We won't even have to. We won't even do notes or anything like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a couple of special guests. We call it the holiday special.
Yeah, and we still need old boy to show up. I mean, Bama lost in football, so he's got to show up. I heard he was back in
Oh, the
town.
homie
So.
bro. He'll pop up. He'll pop up for sure, man.
Perfect. All right, Crossroads Sports conversation continues on Twitter, on Facebook. We'll see you guys all then. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night. We'll see you on Sunday night for college football wrap-up show. See you guys then.
Thanks for listening to the Crossroads Sports Radio Show. You can find more episodes on iTunes and the Google Play Store. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Crossroads sports content.